On March 8th, 9 of us from Indian Creek traveled to the rural Trans-Kei region in the northeast of South Africa. After settling in at our base camp in Port St. John's, we traveled inland each day to the village of Quadik, the future site of Indian Creek's new community center, where we will be able to directly impact the children and people of the village. Here we are working to build relationships and trust with our new friends and the community, as well as a really big fence. Sue Ann is our guide, interpreter, and work boss from Oceans of Mercy. They are our missionary partners coordinating the work here, as well as in multiple locations from Port Elizabeth to the Trans-Kei.
So this area we've got here was given to us by essentially the king of the area. What happened was that we had the soup kitchen up at the school, and the parents and the community members saw that it was really making a difference to the kids because they were eating, and so they were able to learn more and all the benefits that go with not having an empty belly. They also know about the center that we have at Project Samuel, which is about 15 minutes from here. They wanted something similar. So the community council came together and they approached us and offered us the opportunity to grow in Quadik, and so start a community center, and they were willing to give us ground for that. So we received the ground, and now this is where it starts. So we're hoping that as soon as possible, the sooner the better. We want to put up a building here so that we can move the soup club from the school to here. So we want to bring the kids here, and then they'll be able to get breakfast before they go to school, and then they'll get lunch after school, and they'll have the opportunity to come here and maybe do their homework and get some spiritual and emotional support as well. Often at these community centers it grows to include more things, so I mean a creche might start here if that's what the community wants. Like at Mama Christina's we have a HIV support group, so we have the mothers of the kids that come to the support group, and then they're also basically trained in how to look after their kids, so that the children can really benefit from it. And the kids come out here, they have a safe place to be, and they can play and they can eat and they can learn about Jesus, and they can just genuinely grow up in a loving and supporting environment. I mean, we're hoping it will grow. We'll take as many as need to come. At the moment we have a list of 57 kids who are orphaned, who were identified at the school as the most suffering. So we have those 57 that will definitely be served here, and it will grow from there. Because once you start something like this, you know, the community knows and the kids know, and they do come down here and they grow.
What we saw in South Africa is hard to put into words. Oftentimes we hear the statistics of poverty and disease, and the numbers are so large and the need is so great that we quickly move from shocked to outraged to numb. How do you make a difference when the problems are so big? How do you make things right when it seems so wrong? When you walk into the village of Quadik, the answer becomes clear. One child at a time. In just over 2 years of our investment in this community through Oceans of Mercy, the pass rate at the local school has risen from 74% to 95%. That's a 20% increase. This directly coincides with the introduction of the soup club, the sponsorship of many orphans, and the provision of basic necessities like shoes. As we move to the next level and build this center, we are paving the way for community transformation. As we invest over the long haul, we will see Quadik renewed by the whole gospel of Jesus Christ. The only gap that keeps us from starting is a financial one. For roughly $40,000, we can begin the process of constructing this center complete with a fresh water source. It could be fully operational in a matter of months. Indian Creek, God has put us in position to help heaven come to earth around the corner and around the globe through our partnerships. Our work with Oceans of Mercy in Quadik, South Africa is just one of our various ministry partnerships. On Easter Sunday, you have the opportunity to accelerate the work that God is doing through all of our local and global partners by giving to our next Live Out offering. Easter Sunday is typically one of our largest offerings of the year, and we will be using every dollar we collect that day to accelerate the work that God is doing through us. Think about it this way. As we work with our local and global partners, we are convinced that there are things that God would like us to accomplish together, and we're committed to seeing those dreams become realities. As we practice extraordinary generosity on Easter Sunday, we have the opportunity to see these dreams accelerate from vision to reality.